Hey, what's going on, guys? In this video, I want to talk about why you should have a side hustle. And if you've been following me on this channel, I'm really big on having self-development and just that personal growth so that you're always continuously improving and really just being a better version of yourself. I think it's really important to always find ways to just grow as an individual and be a better version of yourself on a daily basis, so that when you look back, maybe even just 5 months from where you were before, you'll see that you've really changed. And these small steps that really do make an improvement in your life, you'll see in the long run, especially when you take a photo and you look back, and if you've been working out and over those couple of months, you might see yourself in better shape. In this video, I want to go over why you should have a side hustle, and you should always be having a side hustle so that you're always being that better version of you. Before we get into that, I think we should first go over what I think the difference is between a primary function and a side hustle. So I think a primary function is something that you spend most of your time doing. This might be going to work or going to school or finding ways that's your main focus. Whatever your profession is, I would consider that your primary function. And those things are great too, because you're spending a lot of time developing those skill sets to hopefully enhance your future. And a side hustle is something that is not required of you. So something that you do extra, sort of like a stretch goal that really pushes you beyond the normal requirements, so that you're always looking for ways to grow and develop into a better version of yourself. So I think growing and character and discipline and self-development, those are just good things to do in general. And I think this really is what separates, for the average, from someone that's always developing into that better version of themselves. And I think having a side hustle is one of the greatest ways to do it. For me personally, having a side hustle is something like developing a YouTube channel. It's really taught me about having the discipline and needing to have that discipline to continuously think of good ideas and content to make. With developing a YouTube channel, which is something I've been wanting to do for a long time, even throughout college, I've had to teach myself how to edit videos and how to be in front of a camera and be comfortable talking. And along with this, having the idea of what might be in a good video and what might not be in a good video, is just having that self-discipline and that additional side hustle to continuously find ways to bring you guys good and new content. In addition, I think also exercising can be a side hustle, but for me personally, it is a lifestyle. So if you want to attach a side hustle trick to it, or a side hustle note to it, all you have to do is put personal milestones on top of your lifestyle. For example, let's say you work out, but you want to have a side hustle. You can say, well, I want to be able to squat my body weight, or I want to be able to bench twice my body weight. Those can be side hustles that you can easily track and mark down over time. For me personally, finding ways to have a side hustle really does develop happiness and fulfillment, because I am working on those journeys and reaching those personal milestones that are really important to me. In addition, a side hustle could be learning how to play an instrument. Perhaps you want to play the violin and you've always wanted to do it and you just haven't started. Well, this is a great opportunity to do so and consider it one of your side hustles. You could dedicate something as short as 30 minutes a day, every single day, towards your small personal goals. And eventually, you'll develop a very good skill set that you can use and show your friends of how you're bettering yourself. Number 2, it gives you a hobby. Now, hobbies are also incredibly important because it defines who you are and outside of your normal requirements or a normal job. If you have a hobby, you're always continuously learning and looking for ways to just improve yourself and develop something that's outside of your external requirements. Great thing too, when you develop a hobby, is that you can track it very easily. So over time, 6 months or a year out, you can say, oh wow, look at my hobby. I'm able to play a song and memorize it. Or if you have a YouTube channel, wow, look at me. I've developed over 15 videos and shared it online. Those are just great and simple ways to have good habits. In addition to with having a hobby, I think having those personal milestones is incredibly important for yourself. For me personally, I find that when I strive towards my personal goals, I have realized over time that for me, happiness is not just solely achieving the milestone alone, but really it's the journey of getting to my milestones, so that when I do reach a mile marker, I can look back and look at the amount of hard work it took for me to get there. But that journey of getting there really does give me happiness and fulfillment. And I encourage you guys, if you are trying to figure out what makes you happy, you should really think about those times when you felt fulfilled in your life and that you were just content with what you were doing. Number 3, it can lead to additional wealth or income. If you find a hobby that you can find some type of way to monetize, let's say you're into pottery, for example. If you're into pottery, you can post that on social media, and then eventually you'll find people that like what you do and may eventually end up paying you for what you do. So your side hustle might lead to additional income, which to me personally just shows that you're providing value to the community and you're helping others in some way. And with this too, maybe your side hustle is something that you really want to make as your primary function, your primary job, or primary source of income. Maybe you just don't like your job and you want that side hustle to be the main source of income. Well, if you continuously grind and work at that secondary function, and one day if you can find a way to monetize it, that could be your dream job, and now you're just living so much happier because you're getting paid to do exactly what you want to do. Number 4, it gives you purpose. I don't think there's any other better way to say it. If you find something that you really like to do, that really gives you the motivation to get up every single day extra early and stay up extra late at night just to work on those side hustles. And I don't think there's any other better way to live in your life if you're not working towards your goals. I just think it's so important that you shouldn't give up on your dreams. You should always be focusing and developing those skill sets and whatever milestones you have in your personal life, so that you are working towards something that really does just make you happy. It gives you that purpose and that drive and that motivation that really symbolizes who you are as a person. Number 5, it gives you something meaningful to talk about, and it might develop healthy relationships along the way. I think that if you have something extra, something that's out of the ordinary that people just don't do or don't do because it requires too much work, that gives you a conversation that you can talk to with others. And the cool thing about this too is that eventually you might meet someone that is really just inspired with what you do and how you push yourself that extra mile. And so I think with having a side hustle, it is so amazing and so great if you can find someone that is just inspired with what you do and they want to learn and talk more about those side hustles. And that really is just rewarding when you can see someone just become so excited and so passionate about the things that you do that you just want to help them as well, which will again just make you feel so good inside because you are just helping each other out and helping build a new connection and a healthy relationship along the way. So really guys, that's all I have for you guys in this video. I just wanted to share with you those 5 different things, 5 simple things that really can provide you with good reason on why you should have a side hustle. I encourage all of you guys, especially, it's almost the end of the year of 2019, and I think that just having those New Year's resolutions and looking back and having these reflections of how far you've come really is just exceptional and so rewarding. So I encourage you guys to post below of any of those milestones or any of those New Year's resolutions that you have been carrying out throughout the year for yourself. And I really want to say thank you guys so much for watching the Growth Mindset channel. We have hit 100 subscribers. That was actually one of my personal milestones for the year while developing a YouTube channel. My goal for the channel was to get 100 subscribers within the first year, and I could not have done that without you guys. So thank you so much, and please spread the word of this channel as we will be developing more YouTube videos for you guys that will hopefully inspire you to do great things. Thanks so much for watching guys, and have a good one.